What the hell?
Look at how they be building y'all houses these days. Now, this client called us because they wanted this TV as flat as possible. When you buy this TV, it does come with the recessed mount to get it as flat as possible, but I did have a couple of issues. I had to move it down a little bit to clear those two boxes, and I'm not gonna be able to center it, so I had to move it to the right because I need that box right here in the middle. Here's the reason why we need that box in the wall. You see how this power cord comes out right here at the middle? There's nowhere for the power cord to go, especially if you're running an HDMI cable as well. On this model, I always do a test fit, so we'll throw it up there, we'll lock it in with the two clips, push it back, and then this tape is the most important part of the install. That's gonna determine where this white box needs to be at. So I started tracing for the white box, then I started cutting. I was like, what the hell is this in the wall? Now, I saw pictures before, so I kind of knew what was going on.
It's a beam that's just laying there, chilling with the Romex running through.
I saw it on the pictures, but I was like, nah, they're not just gonna leave this in the wall. This piece right here doesn't bother me. The piece above it might interfere with the clearance on that white box.
I think we're gonna be all right as far as that part goes. Well, so yeah, I think we're gonna have like a little bit to spare, no bowling. But this bullshit.
What kind of bullshit do you have?
This bullshit right here.
I be having the coolest clients ever. At first, I was like, I'm gonna just move this beam up and out the way.
That ain't gonna work.
Some people don't like that I call it a beam, but I enjoy it because it bothers people. With that taken care of, I can pull out this wood and get this white box on the wall.
Ass in there.
Next, I need an HDMI cable to come out through right here, but it has to go up to this white box. This HDMI is going to the other stud base, so I'm always looking to make sure I'm not hitting any wires before I go all the way through. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I kind of pre-bend my fish tape, send that through, grab it with the magnet because there was a lot of wires in there, and then I'm gonna tape the HDMI to that and then pull it through. Above the mount, I got these two boxes. It won't sit flat if those are in the way. Then I end up finding out the Romex that was through that beam is the same one that's for that plug. So we're gonna cut the power off and remove that. I forgot I was on camera, but I gotta be mature about this. I gotta get this wire out, all right? So this is gonna look a little weird, but I gotta do what I got to do. Then we got Brother Derek in the back of the room adding these two surround speakers. The client was like, I don't feel like getting up there and doing that. I was like, me neither. That's why we got Brother Derek doing it. He didn't have the receiver and stuff yet, but it was easier for us to go ahead and do this install and then worry about all that later. All right, let's get back to me. So I'm adding the outlet to the white box. I'm gonna push the HDMI in, that way the box fits, secure that to the wall, and then I'm gonna pull the HDMI back out. Once I add this outlet cover, the white box is complete. I run the HDMI on the bottom, put that plate back on there, and then we can get ready to put this TV on there. On this next part, don't say nothing about my back, but I gotta make sure these wires are perfect where it won't sit flat. So the HDMI has to go through perfect, and then that power cord has to go right in that white box. Once he does his vacuuming, we can bring the furniture in and we are done. I think this one took like an hour and 20 minutes. You never know what you're gonna get. Some of these might take 40 minutes, some of them might take 2.5, 3 hours. In case you didn't hear earlier, this is the LG G4. There is a new G5 that came out that's a little bit brighter than this one. Oh, I almost forgot. Y'all, I got the call today. I got 1,000 of the